Good Thursday morning, model railroaders and rail fans alike. We hope you're having a good morning so far. I wanted to do a video here of a couple things that I picked up yesterday and the day before. A couple tools, and I'll kind of explain the reason that I done it, and some connectors that I've been looking for quite some time. I've been looking for these little Wago 221s, and I wanted to use these for like my 24 gauge wire here, Mikado 24 gauge. Let's see if I can we can focus that in there. I think somewhere along the way you can see 24 gauge. Where is it at? There it is. There's a 24 gauge right there. And then the Mikado red wire here that I've got, that my Wago is on here, is 26. And the reason I like these is because, as you can see, you pop that cam open, and I might have to kind of do a little background here. You pop that cam open, you can put your wire in there, and that's from 24 gauge, and I think you could do 26 also. I mean 26 ain't that much thinner than 24, up to 12 gauge. I would say that you probably could use these on your bus wire. I mean, I think the flow would be, just as good. If I was doing it on the bus wire, I would probably do stranded instead of doing solid. I mean, this is for solid wire, and there's some people that puts these in their homes, although they said that they've kind of had trouble with these, for like home wire installations. I don't think I would use it for home wire installations, but I think using it on bus wire, I mean, yeah, the power is, that current, that flows through there off of our systems, and that is up there, but it's, I think these would handle it. It says here on the side, and that's where you want to strip your wire from those 2 points there. It says on there that they're 20 amp 300 volt, and over here it says, let's see if you can read this, 450 volt 32 amps. The gauge is again 24 to 12, and like I say, I may have to put this in my hand so you guys can read this so the camera focuses a little bit better. You can see that it's UL listed in the USA. It's ENEC. They got all the regulations and stuff like this. These connectors are the real deal. These ain't the knockoffs. These ain't the China knockoffs. This is the real deal. I got these at Stanyon Electric. That's actually where I bought my Milwaukee pack out. And that's where the contractors go. If you go in there, you're going to see, just about every electrical contractor, go in there and buy their stuff there. I mean, like EM Plumbing, they go in there, and they do some probably electrical work. Like I say, that's where the contractors get their stuff. They use these probably in certain situations. They still buy the, and hook up, kind of the old fashioned way, but I think some of them may be using these connectors as well. But I want to use these on my 24 gauge and stuff like that for like powering the, you know, the lights around the, if I I'm going to probably start putting lights, you know, maybe on my bench, kind of light it up, you know, give it that effect, you know, make it, you know, kind of put some neatness to it. You know, I've got my light over there, my Southern Pacific light, but, you know, put a little bit more pizzazz to it. And I'm working to do a few other things with the layout, wanting to extend it and a couple other things, but I wanted to show you these. Now, one thing I will say, and I'm going to pause this just a second because I want to show you guys something. Okay, this is what I want to show you guys. If you guys use these connectors, which, like I say, they're good connectors, but if you use these connectors, they're basically, this is one solid piece. So, like, if you want to, if you're putting your, like using your bus and you're using, say like you're using all blue for your power, all white for your negative, or your, for your, whatever rail, you know, your logic rail, or your, you know, doing it that way where, like I say, your blue is your power, your, or your positive, you know, and your white is your negative, kind of like your house wire. Just remember that if you wire this up, you want all blue here, and then you want another Wago over here, all white here. Because like if you do this, you know, and if you put your, say like if you put your Kato blue here and your Kato white here, you know, you'll end up getting a short. So you want to have this all blue, this all white. You can, they do have Wagos that are like this, that if you want to put, say like you want to put a blue here and 1, 2, 3 extra blue wires, you know, if you're wanting to add more to it, you can do this like this in here. This is a Chinese knockoff. This one here is, but they do, Wago does make these, and they're just like this. These here look like a Wago, but these are a Chinese knockoff. But anyway, just remember, you know, if you got your blue here and you want your white common rail over here, your white common rail, you want blue here, common rail here. And so you don't have, you know, any shorts like that. That's the only thing. But to me, a solid wire, you might have, I mean, you can see when I turn, the Wago, you know, you can see this here turning with it. So it bites down pretty good on a solid wire. I think it would bite down a little bit better like on a 16 gauge or 14 gauge, you know, braided wire. Of course, you could always use ferrules, you know, to, you know, put your wire in as well. But these Wagos are pretty good stuff. And a box of 100 that I got at there at Stannion was about $46. And I'd say probably same box, but with four ports instead of 2, would probably run you about probably $55. And I think they also make a 2, 4, 6. I think they also make a 6-port too. So like if you're wanting to put your, say like you want to put your main wire here, your main bus wire, and then you want to have, you know, about 5 more blue wires, you know, so it's all in, you know, here, and then your common rail over here all white, you know, you can add on to that by just getting a Wago with more ports in it. But for now, I'm doing here with the 2 here, and that's good enough for me for what I'm wanting to do. But I wanted to share that with you, and you know, and we'll go into the next video so I can show you some more information here on the Wago box here. So stay tuned, stick with me. Okay, we're going to continue just a little bit more into, so I can show you, like I say, these Wagos are the real deal. If you look here on the back, you can see the ENEC. It tells you the, you've got, okay, this is probably for Europe or Germany. CQC, this is for us. This is UL listed, and you know, grounded equipment. I think that says 64 kA, 600 volts max building wire, 1000 volt max signs or luminaries. Temperature rating of insulating material is 105 degrees max. Gauge is 24 to 12, solid and stranded. Okay, we'll let the meter shut off because she's hollering at me. And then there's the PSE for, like I say, this is for different countries. There's the US patent numbers. So, like I say, these Wagos are the real deal. And then it says down here that they're Rolls compliant, HC Cons, InterSearch, and then made by Wago in Germany, 0916, WW Wago, and the rest you can read here. And then on the back here, for us in America, attention, observe operating instructions, danger to life and limb, to be used by qualified personnel only. Well, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not putting this, you know, this is an apartment, so I'm not messing with the building wire here. This is going to be on my layout. So I don't think I need to be a qualified, qualified technician to do that. I mean, like I say, I'm going to be using mainly these connectors mainly on my 24 gauge stuff. I mean, you could, off of a block, you know, if you was running your bus wire right here off this block here, you know, and you wanted to say like tap off the block and go to your Wago here, your Wago connector, you probably could get a 4-port or a 6-port Wago, and then run it to your, say like your, if you're running, you know, wanting to run signal lights and stuff like that or whatever, you could use these Wagos for something like that. You know, have your main bus wire do its thing, and then off of one of these here, you know, you'd want, again, you know, like if this here would be your blue power wire, and then you've got your white common wire, you'd still want to run all your blue to this one here, and all your wherever the other one is right here. You'd want all your white going to your white, and all your blue going to your blue. Your common and your common wire, white wire, and your blue power wire. They probably have it. I mean, I know there's another name instead of common, but, well, it could be, you know, common, or like I say, there's probably other names for it, but I call it common wire. And like it just says right here, you know, just observe, you know, be safe when you're hooking stuff like that up, you know, turn power off, make sure everything is doing its thing, test, and, you know, just have fun with it. And you can probably find these, you know, at your local, you know, electrical place like Stanyon. I mean, some of the stuff is wholesale, but they will sell to the public. And you know, like I say, some guys like to use these, so they happen to have them. And at first, I think I asked about them, and they may not have, you know, what I was asking. But I think I went out there and asked them. I said, hey, do you guys got those Wagos? And then I was over there where the Wagos were at, where this box was at, and I looked on there and I said, hey, that's what I've been looking for. Of course, the only, I was always finding them on Amazon, and I just, I didn't really want them from Amazon, so I found them, paid the $46, and so I've got 100 of them, and we'll make them work on the layout. We're going to pause here just a second. Okay. For testing purposes, I use that. Of course, I probably wouldn't use one of these with that testing probe and then use it on, if you're sticking a braided wire in there. I just use this one here. These two are going to be like for, like testing purposes and stuff like that. My other Wagos are going to be for my wire and stuff like that, because like I say, with these testing probes, that's a pretty big, like I say, I put my hand underneath there. That testing probe is pretty thick, so it may overdo this. So I probably wouldn't use, if you guys get some of these, if you're testing, you want to test the Wago and see, how it does and whatever that, you probably could still use that on the wire, but I would check it first to make sure that when you clamp down, like on a 14 gauge, on a 16 gauge, 18 gauge, and just make sure she locks down and does whatever. And like I say, that could be because of these testing probes are pretty thick. Going to the other tool that I got, and we'll pause just for a second, and we'll show you this other tool. Hang on just a second. Okay, we did a little quick test or whatever now with some 24 gauge wire, Kato wire, just to see if that how the holding effect was on the after I had that probe in there. Like I say, the probe was pretty thick in itself, so that kind of made it kind of loose. But as soon as I put the braided wire in there, or the stranded wire, it does pretty good. So you probably could still use that. So this is what I wanted to show you. This is my and I'll turn this around like this. This is my Milwaukee pack out. It's a Milwaukee pack out box. And let's see if I can, here's the pack out brochure, and you can actually buy this box. If you want this box and put a tool in it, or a couple tools in it, like a drill, a hex driver, or a drill, and something else that would fit in the box, you can kind of make it your own. This was kind of a Christmas special with this inside this pack out. And I'll pause one more time, and we'll turn the pack out box around, and we'll show you inside of it. Okay, guys and gals, here's the inside of my Milwaukee pack out box. This foam insert comes in. This foam insert comes in the box. You get this quarter inch impact driver. You get this charger, which is a standard charger that does not only M12s, it does M18s. You get two lithium, red lithium high output CP30s, which is actually better than the red lithium XP batteries that Milwaukee is selling right now, like the 4.0, the 5.0, the 6. This here would probably do about like what a 6 does, but the batteries, which are Sanyo batteries, found that out, are Sanyo batteries, these here do really, really good. And they really, make the tool perform like it should. And we'll go into one more small segment. So stay tuned. Okay. We're going to probably keep this to about 25 if we can. But anyway, we got this. The value of this pack out system, if you guys want one of these, they possibly might still have them at Home Depot. This was kind of a Christmas special by Milwaukee, and they sold, like I said, I mean, you just have to check your local Home Depot, or check your local, you know, like I say, electrical, you know, electrical store, or electrical, you know, like if you have, like I say, I've got Stannion Electric, like a wholesale. See if they may have them, or you could call Stannion Electric here in Kansas, and just look up Stannion Electric and ask them if they have these pack out boxes available. I don't have the number right now. I can get that number, and this kit right here, I can get that. I just don't have it. The thing that fit around the box, you know, to kind of protect the box, it's out in the car. I haven't brought that in yet. It was a little dusty, so I slid that off and wiped my pack out box. I got it all kind of wiped off. It's sometimes when they sit in those places, they get a little dusty, so I left that on the car. But anywho, I can show you this. The tool case with custom insert is right here. Is 48-22-8450. That is my case right here. And the customizable foam insert is 48-22-8451. Now, what's neat about the pack outs? These little right here, there's on the bottom of the pack out box, there's grooves into the, and let me close my box so nothing falls out of it. Let me pop this down, lock it. I'll show you right here. We going under the box. Okay, now if you look over here, you can see those grooves right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. All those grooves fit into these slots right here. And then the pack out locks in right here. To unrelease it, you just lift this right here. You see this like this. You can see that sticking down, and that's what locks your pack outs together. The next deal that I want to get to go with this box, I want to get the rolling toolbox, which is, I would say, probably twice the size. Well, it's probably, if you can see my hand and see my box here, it's probably about this much. You can see my hand where it's at. It's about that much bigger than what this box is here. The boxes in width, width and dimension is all the same. Every pack out deal, except for these little guys right here, are pretty much the same in width and everything. Of course, you've got your tote bags. They're going to be what they are. This little compact organizer is that size, but this one here is about the same size as this. This is the same. This is that one that I told you could get that you can put the tool in. You got your low profile organizer. You got your toolbox. You got your large toolbox, and then they also got a 3-drawer pack out box and a 2-drawer. And the drawers that come out are on roller bearings. They slide out real nice and smooth. They're not just on it's not on plastic or, that stuff to where when you pull it out, it's, kind of, you see your drawer. I mean, it's nice and smooth, just like, like if you're, buying a nice tool, a tool cab or something like a Snap-on or something like that. I mean, they're not as fancy as Snap-on. Nothing's as fancy as Snap-on. You might get close in Mac or maybe some. Okay, continuing where we left off. I don't know. These Note 9s are kind of getting me a little irritable. They get warm. Like I say, I guess the little warming pipe that's inside of them or whatever, and that it's not doing its job or something. But anyhow, these pack out boxes you can do, as you see right here, and let's you can stack these pack out boxes any way you want them. I mean, if you want the small ones down here on the bottom, you want the big ones on top, I mean, you can stack them however you want. And you can get your, sorry for the glare, you can get your totes here, which is an open tote. This is, I think, an open tote. They've got one, let's see, this is your tool bag, which is right here. And that's this is a pretty big tool bag that you can put quite a bit of stuff. I mean, I'm talking like a circular saw, a zip saw, stuff like that. I mean, you can put quite a bit of stuff. This is your backpack that you can actually throw on your back, but you can also put on your pack out, your tech bag, and then this is a cooler, like if you want to put some pop and stuff like that. And then there's another tool bag there. So you got plenty of different opportunities. And like I said, I think this thing decided to do its thing about the time I was telling you about the drawers. Milwaukee came out, I think, before the first of the year with two fairly big pack out, what they call the drawers. They're drawer boxes. And basically you have a 3-drawer that's in a pack out box that's got roller drawer slides. And in the drawers that you pull out, you got individual, like you can make up little different bins and stuff like that. So say like, you want to put, say like a bunch of like if you've got Kato and you want to put a bunch of your rail joiners, you want to put a fairly good piece of rail joiners in one thing. You want to put some you got to actually, if those drawers are fully open, if that drawer's fully open, you can actually probably put the full length of rail or some smaller, maybe some smaller size, but I think you can basically make it your own and do whatever you want. And I think you can take that divider, that little tool divider, completely out of there. And if you want to put some foam in there, you can, like if you want to put your engines in there or your rolling stock, and with this, you could put like a 3-drawer on top of this, maybe this here, like if you need tools for something, you could put a 3-drawer, a 2-drawer, and, you could put some, pretty heavy stuff in this box and even put foam in this box and just make you a massive, train, like if you're going to a show, like a train show, and you want to put all your stuff in this, in this here, you want to put all your, train stuff, like your maybe like your rails or any of that stuff, or your controllers and that. You want to put your, and you probably could even set this up or whatever and that to do, testing and stuff. And then, put the, the drawers on top of this, your pack out drawers on top of this, your 3-drawer and your 2-drawer. You could have like a 3-drawer, a 2-drawer, and another 3, and have all your rolling stock and engines just setting on top of that. Of course, to get into that, if there's something in there, you'd have to take them individually off, but it wouldn't be that, too much of a big deal. Plus, you could use, like, say, like this low profile thing here. You could put, like, again, your, your joiners, your rail joiners, your metal power joiners and your or you could even do this and put them in that. They got little individual plastic things that fit in there that, you can divide it and make it your own. So, going on to, here's my Milwaukee M18. And like I say, the reason that I went to the M18 is because the way the battery sits on the bottom of the tool, on the M12s, the part that goes up into the tool to make the tool run makes this thicker. And because of the way my hands, if you can see my hands, they're small, it was harder for me to, to grip the tool. You want to be able, when you're working with these tools, you want to be able to grip them, get a good grip onto them. Plus this drill is somewhat, I don't have a battery in it right now, is somewhat more powerful. It's got a little bit more edge over the M12, and any M18 battery will work on this. I mean, you could put that big gigantic, I think it's a 299, I think it's 299 battery on this, or you can put the ones that's in my that I showed you here in my pack out box. I did keep my bag here that I can put my stuff in, so I don't always have to use my pack out box if I don't want to. But you can do quite a bit of stuff. This here sometimes likes to come off here. It's just kind of sticky back, so that tends to want to come off sometimes. But the only thing that I done to my pack out box, I wanted this to go in there because I've got all my bits and stuff. I might have to light this to show you guys. Let's see. I kind of had to noodle that out on that foam to make this fit. Kick that back off, and I'll show you. There's my bits. I got Torx, Phillips, Posi-Drive. These are the square. Of course, I don't see very many. Fasteners that's got the square on them. And then I got my long extension that locks. My 2 longer bits here, and then I got this really long Phillips. And this in here is another one that does this. This came with my drill bits, my Nordstrom drill bits, which are a very good set. And let's see what else. I think that's about it. And so these here, you just put these in here like this. And I had to noodle that out to make that fit, and it sits in there just like that. Got 2 high output CP3s, and they work awesome. This is here's what my impact tool sounds like. If I kick it up to 2, here's what it sounds like. And I guarantee you what, this little dude has got some power. I mean, gobs of power. I mean, it just gets with it. It gets with it and gets the job done. But anyway, guys, that's the tools. That's the Wagos. If you're looking for some, just go to your electrical wholesaler or check out Stannion. You probably find Stannion, Stannion.com. If you like this video, please, throw us a comment. Definitely give us a like, ring the bell, and if you haven't subscribed, if you're one that's watching, you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you have, thank you very much. Thank you for watching the RDA N-Scale channel. We'll show you more, show you some more train videos, rail fan videos. We thank you for watching, and keep supporting the channel. And we'll see you for now. RDA, we out of here. Y'all take care and have a great Thursday morning. Bye-bye.